Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Game Fountain. The long wait for GTA 6 has been excruciating. However, it seems as though it is finally coming to an end, as sources are claiming that its release is just a matter of time now. We have never been more excited, and our expectations couldn't be higher, so it would be a great shame if the game ended up letting us down. Though that's extremely unlikely, these 5 rumors suggest that the game may not just let us down, but may be completely unplayable. Number 6, several main characters. Most of the great games succeed in having a focused gameplay. These games keep their plot restricted to a single protagonist, as fans find it much easier to develop an attachment to them. Nobody really wants a game with tons and tons of character arcs and plot elements and twists and so. That's all way too complicated. Yeah, we know what you're thinking, but wait, didn't GTA 5 have multiple protagonists? And wasn't that hugely successful? Well, yes and no. It's true that the previous installment in the franchise bore the choice of choosing your main character, but it's also true that the game was perhaps the most successful one of all time. But it could be argued that the multiple character feature of the game was its weakest element. Though some players loved the trio of Trevor, Michael, and Franklin and their unique individual personalities, many weren't too thrilled by the decision, as that just made everything so much more confusing. In fact, the community also feared that the studio behind GTA, Rockstar, would implement such a feature in Red Dead Redemption 2, and were extremely grateful when they decided not to in the end. However, there's been a very strong rumor of late that GTA 6 will indeed have this addition in its gameplay, which many fans hope to be completely false. After 7 long years of wait, it will be a great shame if Rockstar muddles up the game's plot once again, failing to learn any lessons from the previous installment. Besides, GTA is historically known to have a single protagonist, as literally every other game has had only one, so it will be much better for the franchise to stick to their roots and keep it simple. Number 5, multiple locations. The GTA games have had some of the most recognized locations in the history of the gaming industry. Vice City, San Andreas, Liberty City all bear legendary status amongst gamers because of just how unique and detailed they are. Each map GTA has ever produced has been different. They've all been distinctive in style, persona, geographical layout, and features, but the most important aspect of them is that they've always been on the only map in each game. Because of this, it's been so much easier to explore all their locations and to truly appreciate them. Moreover, the developers can focus on a single outlet to work on, which allows them to focus upon refining each and every detail and feature of the map. While many other games, however, we've seen a recent trend in expanding the world they're set in, which hasn't always proven beneficial. For example, Just Cause 2 had one of the most extensive settings of any video game ever, which actually did the game more damage than harm. A lot of areas in the game seem to just copy one another, as the creators looked like they had a run of ideas. The Red Dead Redemption 2 is another game which decided to widen their world by including the map from the first game as well as a new one. Though it didn't work too bad, it did seem to falter the experience a tad bit. Now many sources have all but confirmed that GTA 6 will, like these games, also have multiple locations to expand its universe, which would be a terrible move. The sources state that the upcoming game's map will be an amalgamation of those of the previous ones, which wouldn't really be all that original. We've already seen these places, and so their inclusion in GTA 6 would be underwhelming, to say the least. After years of patience, it would be so much more satisfying to actually have a new world to explore and discover. Especially since it likely won't be another several years until the next installment. Number 4, similarities to Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 revolutionized the gaming experience in a certain way. The game's lore and details were the first of its kind and impressed the entire gaming community. There always seemed to be new, previously unnoticed traits to discover, as the amount of effort put into the game's particulars were astounding. You could even strike up a conversation with every single NPC you could find, with each having its own unique dialogue. Furthermore, the game was incredibly realistic and grounded, as of all the characters' actions were in tune with reality. Since RDR's 2 details and realism ended up working so well for them, many people fear that Rockstar will take its inspiration from its success and decide to implement many of its features into the upcoming GTA 6. Don't get us wrong, rationality and details within a game is extremely difficult to pull off and should be commended. However, it just wouldn't work with GTA. The entire point of GTA is that it's fun. You can mess with real-life physics within it and do things that you wouldn't be able to do in real life, which elevates its entertainment for players. A lot of the time, adding realism into your game can limit your character's scope and has a negative effect on the overall gaming experience. Number 3, a bigger online game. GTA is associated with its intense and dynamic single-player offline gameplay. It's thrilling, exciting, and most of all, it's personal. From day one, you embark on an incredible journey with the protagonist where you have to pull off complex crimes, heists, and related missions in order to progress to the next step. We can honestly spend the entire day immersed in the single-player experience because of just how engaging it is. However, another major feature which hasn't been important in procuring legendary status for GTA 5 was its online version. The online platform allowed you to play with various other players regardless of each of your locations. You could share the great experiences of the game with other people, which proved to be a lot of fun. Such was the extent of GTA's online success that even to this day it's played by millions and millions of players around the world. It's also continuously promoted by Rockstar, who continue to add new DLCs to the game in order to keep it exciting and fresh. The immense popularity of GTA Online will almost definitely lead to the creators placing more importance to this feature in GTA 6, which seems like a good move, right? Well, not exactly. Number 2, futuristic technology. It seems to be an important trend in upcoming games to introduce futuristic gameplay within their world. We've seen perhaps most infamously occur within the Call of Duty franchise, which polarized the entire fan base by bringing in advanced guns, abilities, and locations. Though developers hope that such innovations will increase the game's appeal, a lot of the fans haven't really been on board with this entire idea. By drastically changing the world's mechanics, the game can easily end up straying away from what it was originally meant to be, and thus lose all its initial charm. Number 1, Rockstar really disappoints. All these rumors may really discourage you from looking forward to the game, but if we were to expect a single studio to deliver on such huge anticipation, it would be Rockstar. We can't think of a single instance where they've disappointed us, and hence there should be no reason to believe that they will do so this time. So even if many of these rumors sound legitimate, we have faith that the game will end up making all the right decisions, and not just meet, but exceed our expectations. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.